What's up, guys? I hope you are enjoying your weekends and the quarantine, with your loved one. As you all know, we just had the worst week since 2008, and guess what? We are going down again, according to the future, thanks to the Democrat and the Republican. They are not passing this stimulus bill here, and if you watch my video on Thursday, I was hoping for a bounce on Friday, and if we're not bouncing on Friday, and maybe we're gonna bounce on Monday because of this bill here. But I guess we are not, and we hit limit down to the tonight. So I guess we'll see about tomorrow. Okay. So as usual, I mean, this problem is the virus, okay? And last week on Sunday, we had less than 4,000. And guess what? Today, we have 33,000. This is more than eightfold increase. This crazy. I'd say we're gonna double, but at this point, we went to 33, and I think we're gonna take over Italy if we ramp up the testing. Right now, the only state I think that has a lot of testing is New York, and I think they are doing a great job at that. They take their own initiative and do it on their own. And over here, I have two things right here that pro and con with the market at this point. I don't see any pro for the market right now until maybe they pass the stimulus. I think that might give some hope because it's gonna give people some money, and hopefully that's gonna give some spending. I mean, at this point you can't spend anyway because you quarantine. There are no places open. But I mean, at least it's gonna help ease the investor. That people are gonna have some money, and then they won't start a riot when there are other problems with the food shortage if we do experience that. So just quickly go over this. At this point, that's the pro. The treatment actually is pretty decent. The hydroxychloroquine and the azithromycin. So this combination with zinc supplement also, this combination actually works. This one open up the gate to the cell and let the zinc come in, and the zinc can inhibit the replication of the RNA of the virus. So that's what it does. The hydroxychloroquine and the azithromycin is a Z-Pack. So if you have an infection, a respiratory infection, they usually give you this. Patient who has the virus tend to have a secondary infection, and this is what it's for. So it's prevention of the infection. So this combination has already so effectiveness. In Korea, I think they did this. That's why look at the death rate. The death rate is so, oh my god, they're not even on here. Where is Korea? Okay, so look at the death rate. The number of cases and the death rate are really low compared to the United States or anyone else. We haven't reached the death thing yet. When we're gonna peak, we're gonna be German. We're gonna be like Italy, like 600 a day. But at this point, we will be there. But right now, this treatment actually does have some effectiveness. I think we should start this, and then they also have a Kaletra, is a combination of two HIV medication. They also doing that in Korea. So that or this combination. This one is cheap. It's really cheap, but there is a problem with manufacturing now. They are back order. I have friends that try to order this right now, and they are not able to get it in due to high demand and a lot of stuff. So just so you know, so this one I think is in the treatment. This could save life, and right now for some reason the U.S. is deciding to do their own study. Why don't they just take study from Korea and just go with it? So hopefully if this come out, it's gonna ease somewhat. It's not a treatment, but it would help. Okay, and then flatten out the curve. At this point, I think we are just starting. We had this virus like a month already. Now it just showing its face, and this is where we are going up exponentially. Okay, so we are not right now we're on quarantine, so that's gonna hopefully within a week or two we're gonna see the flatten out of the curve. Hopefully, okay, at this point. But because we don't have enough testing, so we won't be able to see that. Maybe not at all. Okay, and then you know, more stimulus package if we could do. I'm not sure what they're gonna do, but right now I'm concerning that when all this stimulus is coming in, we possibly going to hyperinflation, possible. And then number five, I think some good news on a vaccine, you know. So that's something I forgot to put, and I just figured it out right now. So actually, that is something, that's going to be good for the market. Okay. But for now, I think there's more con. Okay. At this point, U.S. cases more than Italy. I think we will do that. At this point, maybe by the end of this week. Okay. And death rose by more than 1,000. I think maybe by the end of this week too, we're gonna go more than 1,000, because at this point, when people start to hospitalize, 10 to 20, between 5 to 20% people require emergency care. They need ventilator. Like the 5 to 10% need ventilator, and we do not have enough bed. So that's going to be a problem. Spain right now, I'm not sure if it's true. I heard that people who require ventilation, who are above 65, they're gonna not even give it to them. They give the ventilator to the younger person so they could live. So that is some crazy shit. All right. So that's something to think about. Okay. Trump and Pence, they have close call right now, but the thing is, they might have false negative. You never know, and they might have them, and spreading out through the whole Congress and everyone. That is a mess. All right, so this is still a possible case. They are out there doing all this stuff, so they are exposing themselves. So this point, I don't know what to say. This is a possible scenario. And then the next thing is that the company started to fail. I think the which one? Oh, I didn't have that on here. Okay, so one of the company fell on Friday, and that is a concern. So one, they didn't have enough capital. So I mean, a month from now, maybe within a few weeks, we might see some companies start to fail, and that's going to be a problem. That is a huge problem for our economy and the stock market. Okay, number five, I think this one is okay. Economic data worse than expected. I think that might be pricing in right now at this point, but if imagine it's worse. I don't think it's worse, but okay, it was okay, way worse than expected. All right, and then number six, this some people might not think about here. Food supply chain are affected because California is closing. California is, I think, the biggest agriculture state. And then, Florida, Texas, I'm not sure how this thing, because I've been going through supermarket in the suburb, in the city, they are not fully restocking their inventory, especially meat, So that's something I am very concerned about. If there is a short of food, there's going to be unrest. I'm telling you, people, especially in the city, it's going to be a mess. So these are some of the things to look out for. So at this point, those are some of the stuff we want to talk about. And as okay, so this one, we end the worst week. So like I say, I did predict we're going to have a bounce, but we did kind of did. I got 50% right, but I'm wrong. I'm going to admit that I was wrong. So I mean, I'm going to own my responsibility for saying that we're going to have a bounce. Okay, maybe I could show you. Oh, I didn't save that shit. All right, let me see here. SPY, right? So at this point, I have this 3-minute chart. So this is the intraday chart here, and I cannot manipulate this. Great. Okay, so basically, this was the open. I said the open, we might dip down. I wanted to flush out, but we didn't. We went down a little bit, and then we raised up. You know, like I was like, oh yeah, I was right at this moment. But the way it go up like this, I hate it when it go up like this. You know, because if you know technical, this is a rising channel. It's very bearish. Okay, and people use to trade this. And you know, I'll take the opposite side of this. So as you could see here, right? Let's go up. Volume, buying volume is slowing down here. See that? That's bad. Okay, and then if it go up differently, it just raise an increment like a stair step. So it's a bad like technical analysis part right here. So when I saw it, like, oh man, we're gonna go down. But this is when it happened. Like New York came out and lock up, you know, New York and California imposed restriction on traveling and all that stuff. So that will come out, and then the news, the one of the company, they didn't fulfill the capital requirement, and you know, just tank the market. So the bad news come out, or else my prediction would have come true. You know, so at this point, I'm gonna take a bad thing on it. Okay, and let's talk about. Let me pull this in here. Let's talk about the technical. So right now, right? See, the thing is on Friday. This is Friday right here. This is a daily chart. Okay. So up the S&P, and Friday we did not go below this this low right here. So at this point, right, there is a lot of trader coming in, and as you can see, right here we have this long wick, you know, and at this point, a lot of people came in at this point. So that's why you see a lot of green here, and they was battling. The bear and the bull was battling, you know. So at this point, I thought we're gonna have the stimulus and all that stuff come out, you know, at least some minor, some decent news, temporary for a bounce, okay. But nothing came out. All the bad news came out at once, and then you know we got. And tonight, you know, we got this this stimulus bill that I was hoping that we could get, so that we could have a bounce on Monday. But I guess at this point, that's a fail. So we all continue to go down. This trend line is really steep. So I think we probably gonna do full bounce at some moment. But for now, it is what it is. Yeah, and this is the weekly chart here, so you could see. So I thought this is going to be the support, and we're going to bounce back, but you know, we give it all up on Friday, and we went under. So the next support should be around here for the S&P. Okay, so let me see what else I was supposed to talk about here. Okay, Cuomo, yeah, I think he's actually decent, very decent dude, and he actually a decent governor. So I give him props for this, and he come out and actually doing his part, and I respect him for it. And one thing here, this is something you should consider if you are young. No joke, 18 to 49, 50% of the cases. And the thing that a lot of people don't are not aware of is that there is long-term consequences of this. We don't know yet, but some people do have permanent lungs function impairment. Okay. Irreversible lung damage. Okay, just so you know. So you basically, if you get that, even you young, you're done practically. All right, just so you know. And tomorrow we're gonna go to the first ever all electronic trading. I was having problem with my chart early. I couldn't access my account, and I was about to do something else instead of my own chart. So, but the thing is, just so you know, yeah, we are going to electronic trading, and now we possibly going to be halted tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a big mess. So I don't know what to say for tomorrow. But for now, let's go to the chart. Okay, so basically we went over the S&P and the reason why. This is where the support and resistance at, and then this is the Dow. Okay, so this is the weekly chart. Okay, and that's a daily. So weekly chart right now, we are down. We way down below the 2019 low right now, and this is 2016 low. I guess if we break this level, that's where we're gonna be headed. 2016 low, and it's gonna be a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know. It looks. The thing is, like, we goes down so fast within a month. Just within a month period. It's just the velocity of this thing is crazy. It's just unbelievable, you know. So just so you know that one. And then this is the QQQ. It's a Nasdaq. Nasdaq's still strong. It's really strong. It broke this this trend line, so it's kind of done now at this point for the trend line at this point, as you can see. All right. So it's broke the trend line. So at this point, I think this is the next level that we're gonna go down here, because even though, I mean, this Nasdaq is still strong, because I think we go to that, you know, the 5G thing. So at this point, I think I don't know how long the whole problem going to take. Maybe a month from now, and I think we might have, if we have some good news coming out, and we could flatten the curve. I think a month or two from now, we might possibly could be bottoming, but we'll see how far it's go, because you know this is historic, you know, the drop right now that we are experiencing. So just so you know, so the next level, this is where it's at. And I mean, I'm gonna be a bounce. I'm gonna be like pro bounce right here at this level. If we're not, we're gonna go to this low right here, which I don't know. It's just a little bit too crazy. All right, and now this is the IWM. This is the Russell, and this is so weak. And you know, it was the leading indicator of all these things. So this is 2016 low. Look like we are gonna be touching that tomorrow. So I don't know what to say. Oh yeah, I had this schedule spread here. I didn't think it's gonna hit. Like literally, I didn't. It's gonna expire in May something. I didn't think it's gonna hit, but I guess at this point, it's a possibility. It is how crazy this is. You know, like I got it somewhere up here somewhere, and I thought that was a joke. You know, I just schedule spread it, and I mean, it might be in the money. It might be tomorrow. It might be in the money tomorrow. So right now, at this point, this is going to be the support level. But you know, I think with tomorrow development, we probably go lower. I hope there's a bounce. I still hope there's a bounce tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't given up on my prediction yet. But as you can see, if we fail this level, most likely this is the next level, 86. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see what happened. And then transportation at this point. Transportation has been leading also, and as you could see, it's going to hit 2000. This is 2016 low. That is very similar to the Russell, very similar, because I didn't think they make new high. The Russell didn't make new high. The transportation didn't make new highs. It wasn't confirming the Dow theory. You know, when Dow theory was making new high, they wasn't. So that's the thing, the transportation. And at this point, I see if we broke this level, we're gonna go down here. So we'll see what happened. We'll see. We're gonna the close for tomorrow. We'll see what happened on that. So basically, those are everything. At this point, I don't think there is a play for now. And let me see here. Oil. I think oil is still something we could do, man. Oil, because my theory is oil gonna. Right now, at this point, it looked like it's going to go down to the 16 level. And if there is more problem, $10 level. So at this point, I think if it reach in 16 level, I think you should start put some in. You know, you should start to add in some. I already did add in some in mine. Let me see. Crew, USO. So USO, I has a bunch of crap on here. I literally like. Yeah, so I already started some position, and is all the way up to 2022. Some of the contract is already double since that big drop I had. So right now, I mean, I'm looking forward. That's why I'm buying these things like for 15 cents, for 13 cents. And you have like nearly 2 years before expiration. You know, I buy long out of money. So that's one thing I see right now. That's a potential play. I have a short side. I also have a short. I don't, for some reason it doesn't show up on here, but I do have a short play also. Yeah, okay. Here we go. I do have a short play. I sold some too. yeah, short term, I do have a yeah, a short. This one is already is free already. So in the short term, I'm betting it's going to go down, and then I also saw a port which is bullish also, a $3 port. Yeah, it's a little bit messy with this, and then I have like long in like 2022. So I played like long out because I'm thinking, if we did recover, everything gonna go, but and oil is not gonna go bankrupt, right? So at this point, that what I see short term, it will continue to go down. So I do have a port, I do have a field port for the short term, but I also balance out. I also think ahead and I'll buy the long term out. So that's what my play for oil right now. But I will continue to add on to my play, and then maybe make some of these things free so I could just accumulate a bigger position. That's what I'm trying to do right now as it's continue to go down. And I also have a hedge of a short-term port right now also on that. So it's complicated, but I think oil is still the play of the year at this point because I don't think it's gonna go out of business. And hopefully, if we get through this, economy go back to somewhat maybe not normal, just half of it, and then Russia and Saudi could work something out. Maybe a short-term pop would be. I don't know. We'll see. That's what I'm hoping. So I'm getting in right now slowly, but my goal is to build a bigger position than that. Okay, so this is all about for this video of weekly forecast. I don't have anything at this point. Hopefully, we're gonna have a bounce tomorrow, but the chance is kind of slim right now. Anyway, guys, stay safe and happy trading, guys. Thank you. Bye.